The hiccups are annoying, though. I will give it that. Ooh. I'm not even sure if you can fail that section. If anyone was alive, the website would have been much better. You mean YouTube? Assisted S ranking. Minimalist. So long, RC. You just got a platinum trophy. Wonder what your next one will be. You just got a platinum trophy. Let's celebrate. You just got a platinum trophy. Wonder what your next one will be. You just got a platinum trophy. Let's celebrate. Hey guys, NCS Fan 001 here for the road to my 479th Platinum Trophy. Today's game was Resident Evil 3 Remake, whatever you wish to call it. Resident Evil 3 on the PS4. So, of course, I earned this Platinum Trophy on a live stream, and it was a lot of fun. That was one of the best live streams I've ever had. You guys came out like crazy for that stream. I had so many views the whole time. It was awesome. So much interaction. So thank you guys very much for that, although I don't know if you were more here to see this Platinum or the second one from that stream. Anyway, so for Platinum number 479, I did Resident Evil 3. This one is not too difficult. I mean, I'd say it's slightly harder than Resident Evil 2, even though it's slightly shorter. And I wasn't quite as big a fan of this one as I was of Resident Evil 2. This one it is more of an action-based game than Resident Evil 1, 2, or 0 that are more survival-based, survival horror-based. Because 0, 1, 2, and 7 are much more of the survival horror type of game. 3 and 4 start to get more into combat with still some survival horror and puzzle solving. 5 and 6 basically abandon puzzle solving and all that stuff just for straight-up action movies. But anyway, for the Platinum Trophy, you're going to get a few trophies here just by completing the game for your first time. Inferno is the highest difficulty, we'll talk about that in a moment. Crafting an item and improving a weapon and expanding your inventory are all basically unmissable trophies. And this game has a very common Platinum. I mean, it's almost a 10% on here, and it's something like 40% on PSN profiles currently, which is pretty high. It's a lot higher than Resident Evil 2. Then you have to cause Nemesis to relinquish an item, which requires you to kill him in a specific place, but you're going to need this to find all the collectibles anyway, because he drops a few things for you. This is a story-related boss fight that you can't miss. It's about maybe a third to halfway through the game. Place all the jewels in the Clock Tower Monument. This one is... There's a monument in the subway station that has 3 jewels you have to put in. It's required to find all the collectibles. It's not too difficult if you're just doing a whole lot of exploration on your own. You're going to probably come across it naturally, but it is definitely missable. A lot of the trophies in this game are pretty highly missable because you can't always go back to areas. That's a story-related trophy. This is basically story-related. I don't know if you have to kill him, but it's highly recommended to do so on the lower difficulties. Maybe not so much on the higher difficulties, just because he takes a lot of hits. Complete the game with an S rank on Inferno. This is noticeably the hardest trophy in the game. You have to complete the game on Inferno, which is the highest difficulty, with an S rank, which requires you to beat the game in under 2 hours with no more than 5 saves. You're allowed to die as often as you want, but you're only allowed to save 5 times. Additionally, on Inferno, there are no checkpoints, so if you die, you have to go back to your last save. So it can be a little threatening at times. Like, there's a few tough sections of the game, but it's really not, honestly, all that hard, because in this game you can farm reward points for killing zombies and stuff to your profile, and use those reward points to buy various items, such as an infinite ammo rocket launcher, as well as as well as attack, defense, and recovery coins that improve your attack damage, your healing, to where you'll actually heal over time, as well as your defensive ability to not take damage from zombies. So altogether, those make this a much, much easier game, especially on Inferno. I'd say that most people consider the hardest part of the game on Inferno to be the final boss fight. Now, here's the weird thing for me. I struggled heavily with the final boss fight on Nightmare, which is the second highest difficulty. But I did it first try on Inferno because, for one, I got a good sequence of attacks that were, for some reason, easier to dodge. and because I had an idea of what to do, because the previous difficulty of Nightmare is very similar with that final boss fight, so I can definitely see why that's considered the hardest part of the game, but it actually wasn't for me on Inferno. So it wasn't really too big of a deal, but yes, you die very quickly on Inferno. Be very careful. Definitely use as many healing items as you need. I highly recommend during the final boss fight, when you're on Inferno, to stack your inventory with a lot of healing items, because if you get the timing right and you do get hit by one of the cheapo attacks from the final boss, then immediately heal. And you want to carry in like 7 or 8 full healing items just to be very safe. If you do that, then you're probably going to be good to go unless you get an unfortunate combo attack on you. Then this is a story-related trophy. This is story. This is kind of story, but you just have to do it quickly. So nothing really too difficult with that one. You'll probably get it during one of your mini playthroughs of the game, because you have to beat the game like 4 times no matter what. Story-related. Also, is this the only game where... Well, no, Resident Evil 7 also doesn't give you a rocket launcher at the end, so I guess it's not the only game that is like that. Collectible type, unmissable, collectible type, collectible type, collectible type, and collectible type. So all of those trophies are collectibles. I highly recommend following PowerPix's guide, as his guide will make it very easy to find everything, and it's very well laid out, as well as all the puzzle solutions. So you're going to want to do this on your first playthrough on assisted mode. Just do your first playthrough on assisted while going for all the collectibles. Don't worry about anything else. After that, you want to do a playthrough on hardcore, because the difficulty trophies stack, but Nightmare will not be available until you beat the game on hardcore, and Inferno will not be available until you beat the game on Nightmare, so you're guaranteed 4 playthroughs of this game. So your second playthrough on hardcore after farming enough points for the infinite launcher, and you're also going to want to do your no healing run on hardcore, because you do have to beat the game. Well, no, you're allowed to heal once when the spiders infect you, because otherwise it would be very difficult to beat the game, because they're really annoying. Nightmare is basically identical to hardcore, except the final boss is noticeably a little bit harder. S rank you're going to get with that other trophy. Without opening the item box was my last trophy. It's really not that hard, but it is a little bit annoying to not have very many items. 1 or fewer recovery items in under 2 hours. Under 2 hours is basically the S rank for most difficulties. There's 2 difficulties that are a little bit different. So that's going to be it for that Platinum Trophy. Of course, this was one of 2 that I got on a stream, so the numbers are not exactly correct. But level 710, 61%, 19,640 total trophies, 479 Platinums with this, 2,780 golds, 5,247 silvers, 11,133 bronzes. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you for the next one.